Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Radio Free Wall Street, 5 o'clock New York time. Every single day of the week. I love it. And today I've got a very important story to tell you, one that you may have missed, because Wall Street don't want to let you know about this one. And that is Argentina had a major debt crisis, and they had to do some $200 million in refinancing. And I want to tell you about it. Because the Latin America debt crisis has begun all over again. If you don't remember the last one, that's okay. We're going to give you a brand new one, and you're gonna love it. Now, I want to enter in this discussion to talk to you about Donald Trump, the art of the deal. Oh, God damn, what a deal guy he is! The deal guy, yay! Art of the deal. Now, let me tell you about the art of the deal. He started a trade war with Canada, and U.S. milk and dairy farmers are suffering terribly because Canadian imports are suffering. Oh, and by the way, lumber prices are an all-time record high from Canada. That's quite an art of a deal there. Now, the other thing is therefore, if you're going to buy a house, well, the art of the deal means that it's getting more expensive, okay? Now, another deal maker with our deal maker in chief, he put together the biggest budget deficits in the past 10 years. And that means the Fed's raising rates, and that means that your credit card, automobile, house mortgage, any debt, all debt is going to cost you more than it has in the past 10 years. And we're also into a recession as a result of the budget fiasco from hell, which is the tax break bonanza for billionaires, right? That's quite an art of a deal there. Now, I've got another deal for you. Oil prices trading with 5-year highs, gasoline too. As a result of 100% Donald Trump's art of the deal, putting sanctions against our good friends, the Iranians, and that means that their oil imports are going to come out of the market. The market's pricing it in, and he's been consistently putting sanctions against Venezuela, and the market is pricing in their oil not coming to market. Hey, I love the art of the deal. Your automobile prices are going to go higher because the art of the deal is that manufacturers are going to manufacture in the United States with U.S. content, which means your car will be more expensive. That's quite an art of a deal. Now, I got another art of the deal for you. That means aluminum and steel is going up, including packaging, including steel that goes into critical everything that's in our lives, and that'll be filtered through the products. Thank you, but he did give that gal $1.59 a week tax increase. I could pay my club membership on the $1.59 a week, you know. And don't forget that very appreciative. Was she a cook? I think it was a cook from the School of the Ozarks. And she said, Donald, I don't know about anybody else, but I appreciate the $159 a year in savings. Well, give it back to me in gasoline. Give it back to me in lumber prices. Give it back to me in inflation. Give it back to me, give it back to me, give it back to me, and my buddies, okay? So there you can see the art of the deal, okay? It's really quite a deal. Now, we got another art of the deal, but this one doesn't involve Donald Trump directly, and that is the start of the next credit crisis. Argentina has a crisis, and they had an auction last week. You're going to love this shit. And what happened in this auction, you see, they got the World Bank there, the IMF there, and they were there in a backward hand Louis lefty Louis deal, okay? And they did $25.6 billion, the current exchange rate, and $791 million in dollars. And let me tell you how it went. It was such a great deal that the rate of the auctions were at 40%. 40%. By the way, that's for short-term paper. 40%. By the way, there's no guarantee that's to be paid back. And the way that works is, see, the big guys bought that paper. And what happens is, if the paper's good, it ends up in the big boy's account. Now, if that paper goes bad, well, it'll magically appear in the retirement savings high-yield calculators, okay? Just like all that Venezuelan going-to-hell debt that's now paying it. They bought debt, by the way, because it was really high interest rates, right? It's now paying 25 cents on the dollar. 12-month inflation rate, Argentina is at 25%. Oh, my God, how nice that is. And this is the IMF kiss of death. And, by the way, I want you to also know that the peso hit another record low against the dollar. The Brazilian real is going to shit. Don't even mention Venezuela currency. It's not even, it's like, give me 1 million of those bolivars and I'll buy you a pack of cigarettes. So it's a wipeout. But I want you to understand what's going on here. This debt auction was basically covered by the IMF, okay? And the reality is that they call this a successful auction. Successful. To put an extremely high interest rate on debt that will probably never be paid back. That's what Wall Street calls success. God damn, I love the success of Wall Street, okay? The currency is plunging. And it's another wipeout in the making in Latin America. Now, remember, we've got another part of the deal. Trump is so pissed off the Mexican people that a candidate who's never been in national politics, former mayor of Mexico City, another Louis Lefty, is projected to win, closely aligned with the drug dealers. And he's running on who needs Donald Trump, who needs America, when we got cocaine. See, if you put sanctions against the cocaine business, well, they've been known not to work so well, okay? And Mexico's going, well, let's see. We can work in the factory for $5 an hour producing Chevys and Ford pickup trucks and stuff. But then America doesn't want to do it anymore here. Or I can make $5 million score every couple of years, get into the cocaine cartel. $5 an hour in the Chevy factory, millionaire cocaine cartel. Wait a minute, he's thinking. Yep. Here's a surprise. Trump made the decision for him. There's no $5 an hour factory job there, so into the cocaine business he goes. Duh. Donald, what a deal, buddy. That was really a smart one there. And Argentina debt crisis. Well, Donald Trump doesn't know what Argentina is, so he hasn't commented on that yet. But that's, again, a result of the trade barriers going up. That, again, is a result of trade policies that have got everyone worried. That is a direct result of sanctions that are causing U.S. interest rates to soar. That's a direct result of Donald Trump's debt fiasco in going over $1.3 trillion. That is a result of $3 trillion added to national debt as a tax break for Bonanza bullshit does not work, and there is no Laffer curve. There is only Kudlow, a former shadow of himself, as he sells his soul to the Donald Trump devil. I hope he got a good price. So this is a direct result of the art of the deal. How do you like these negotiations? Pretty cool, huh? Kim Yum Nunchucks, he got Kim Yum Nunchucks to hustle right over the negotiating table. God damn, Donald. You showed that son of a bitch really well, because he's going to give up his nuke. And he's going to, he's going to become part of the family of countries. What? That's an art of a deal, Donald. You did great. I think all this shit's falling apart, by the way. Europeans have said that they want to stick with the original deal. They are beginning negotiations with Iran. They are trying to find a way around U.S. sanctions. And, by the way, Venezuela, as a result of U.S. sanctions, now has been doing debt deals with this place called China and this place called Russia. Now, let me see if we understand this. Venezuela has the largest reserves known to mankind. They could easily be producing 20 million barrels a day of oil. They could be an ally of the United States, and maybe we could have a deal. But no, what we're doing is we're putting sanctions against them. We are ramping up the Booga Booga bad list. That's the Booga Booga list. Yeah, no, can't buy, sell, or trade without the mark of Donald Trump. What? Yeah. The mark of Trump. You can't buy, sell, or trade without it. You ever heard anything about that, buy, sell, trade? Well, that's what sanctions are. Sanctions issued by Donald Trump prohibit people from buying or selling or trading. Uh-oh. That sounds vaguely familiar to me. So anyway, what's happening is the world is, do not take the mark of the Donald Trump. Anyway, this thing's getting kind of ugly. And as you may have noticed, it's like people are starting to rebel. Can you believe that? People would rebel against Donald Trump. I mean, the FBI colluded and where they spied on him. Now, let me ask you something. If you were a government official and you had this campaign with a man like Donald Money Launderer Trump for the Russian mob running for president of the United States, and if those said Russian mobsters and high corrupt officials who were the subject of sanctions by the present government were visiting the candidate and colluding with his son, and that known Russian agents like Manafort and Flynn were part of the Russian campaign, do you think maybe you should put like somebody into that campaign to kind of spy and find out what's going on? Nah. Do you think that maybe inquiring minds would want to know? No, we don't. No. Not Donald. Let me ask you something. Does Donald Trump really strike you as a red-blooded, honorable American that believes in? By the way, he was a draft dodger. You know, he got the bone chip thing. That was going around New York City, by the way. I think you had to pay. I remember. I think it was $5,000 or $6,000, and you get a couple doctors that would write you a deferment letter. So we got a draft dodger president. Never served in the military. Never served public office. Known to be a sleazy, cleasy, slimy scumbag. Who said that he's a master of manipulating debt, won't release his tax returns, has bankrupt on gone debt on all of the major financing he did, and he was known to be cavorting with Russian agents, including one with bladder problems, I guess. And now he has a campaign running for president. He's soliciting dirt on Hillary, including emails. Oh, and he's also, oh my God, has known Russian agents meeting with him and his staff, has known people who've been compromised by the Russians and Manafort, head of his campaign committee with Flynn. You don't think maybe you'd want to, like, you know, drop a dime and maybe put a pin recorder on his phone? So, yeah, the FBI spied on Donald Trump. Oh, does J. Edgar know? J. Edgar spied on every goddamn politician in the country, okay? They had a file on all of them and blackmailed many of them, especially come appropriation times. This is something new. I know. Spy agencies are dirty. No! No, they're not dirty. They don't kill people in cold blood and melt their bodies in acid. No. They don't waterboard and do worse. Don't forget the 400,000 volts. Just don't get the joules too high. So anyway, I mean, what kind of world of puppy dogs and ribbons are we living in here? You know, Donald Trump has been a disaster for the economy, in case you haven't noticed, interest rates are soaring. He's been a disaster for the deficits, in case you haven't noticed. He's been a disaster for most people taxes, unless you're a billionaire and major corporations. Does that, am I talking unpatriotic? Oh, Donald, please. I love Donald Trump. He is the president and our friend. There was no collusion with Russians. No. The FBI spied on him. Oh, no, they spied on our president. Oh, that's so naughty. Are people buying this shit? I mean really, is this dog hunting down there in Peoria? I mean, because it's like, to me, it's like, this is a kabuki show. I mean, this is ridiculous. You know, of course he should have been investigated. Of course, I don't believe he's qualified to be president anyway. By the way, if Donald Trump had applied for a security clearance on the basis of many of his business practice escapades in his marriage, he would not have been able to get a top security clearance. I just thought I'd mention that. And Obama was no good. And Hillary colluded. And Hillary paid for the dossier file. And Hillary had an email server with classified documents on it. So, the subject is Donald. You see, D-O-N-A-L-D. Now we can talk about Hillary, H-I-L-L-A-R-Y, Hillary Pillary, and that would be a different subject for a different set of crimes. Got it? There's the crimes of Hillary, and there's the crimes of Donald Trump. Now, see, Donald Trump's crimes interest me because the criminal conspiracy still is continuing. The reason why I'm not interested in the crimes of Hillary Dillery Doc is because she's a nobody. She's not a player anymore. So I don't care. Now, if she gets elected president, I guarantee I'm going to wail into her like white on rice. I mean, let's bring it on. The problem is, and the subject is the present leader of the country, Donald Trump, who has got, like I said, lumber prices skyrocketing, steel prices starting to climb up, automobile prices going to soar. He's got us in trade wars. He's got your oil price skyrocketing and gasoline soaring on the result of sanctions. And he has got lefty Louis coming into power. He has started another Argentina debt crisis. You may not give a shit about Argentina, but come here, come closer. I want to listen to this. You know that Argentina Peso? You know that Bolivar from Venezuela? You know the Mexican Peso? Oh, I want to end this. Don't tell me about it. I don't want to wake up sleeping. You know that Brazilian real? Well, they're all going to shit in a handbasket, and it's your money because it's chock full of shit in your retirement account. Unless you listen to me, you got cash in your mattress and Treasury Direct. Did I wake you up? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Latin America's getting wiped out. Remember how they here at Slam and Damn a Broker Doker, we're recommending our clients diversify into third world debt like the BRICS because that's where the real growth is. And if you call one fund screw you out of your money, we'll show you how in one step, that means your money's gone. Bye-bye. Yeah, because guess what? Latin America debt's wiping out, and the BRICS debt is wiping out. And that means that if you have Latin American debt, and you got BRIC debts, and you got shit high yield with the calculator debt in U.S. corporations, the little shitty ones that can't pay it back, come close to the microphone. You lost your ass. Oh, no, not my ass. Yeah, you lost your ass. You lost your grass. You lost your gas. You're done. Party's over. Oh, no, not the party, yeah. I was supposed to be a high yield. Oh, I see. They promised you were going to be a retirement millionaire. Well, you're not going to live on the golf course. Here's a news flash. On third world shit Mexican debt wiping out, which they put in your retirement account. You're not going to live on the golf course with Venezuelan debt, which is wiping out. You're not going to live on there with Mexican debt, Argentina debt. Oh, should we add Brazilian debt? And let's start with the BRICS. Oh, no, not the BRICS. The BRICS too? Yeah. How about high yield? See, high yield is known as triple-rated shit debt. Oh, did I mention that the Venezuelan debt that they bought a year ago in August is wiped out, 20 cents on the dollar? Oh, did you know that? They didn't tell you? Yeah. Did they tell you about that the municipal debt of this beautiful place called Puerto Rico? Utility debt, did I tell you that wiped out? They didn't mention that either. They tell you that Argentina, 100-year, 7% debt is now wiping out. They didn't mention that either. Holy shit, it's amazing what they forgot to tell you. Oh, my God. So someone is losing billions and billions of dollars as the next debt crisis comes upon us. Someone's losing billions and billions of dollars as the BRICS shit wipe out. Someone's losing billions and billions of dollars as the art of the deal is putting sanctions that end up, what? Here's a news flash for you. Why they're hurting Americans. See, when those steel prices go up, well, that Chinese steel mill is still getting his same price. It's the buyers of the steel and the aluminum U that are paying more. And Canada, well, the Canada sanctions, the trade war started, and they're already putting pressure on it. Well, that lumber price going up means they're paid record amounts for lumber. See, they're paid. So they're not being punished. But you, if you buy that lumber, you're paying more. So red-blooded Americans are being punished. Oh, my God, not red-blooded patriots. Yes, thank you for your service, and let me make sure the interest rate on your charge card hits a record high. Thank you for your service, and make sure that you can't afford to buy a house, and if you do, you're going to pay the highest mortgage in years. Thank you for your service for your credit card debt's going to birth you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got it? Is there a little ding-ding moment? Can I have a ding-ding? Or da? Ding-ding, ding-ding, warning, art of the deal. Ding-ding, warning, art of the deal. So now we've got ourselves an all shit. We got a war shit with an all shit with Canada. We got an all shit with Mexico. We got an all shit with Russia. We got an all shit with China. You got an all shit with Brazil. And wait a minute, you want to hear about the big all shit? Oh my God, it's with Europe, our allies. And don't forget Kim Jong Numchuck. Kim Jong Numchuck, who loves you, baby? He's going to give up his nukes, yeah. Yeah, Kim Jong Numchuck's, yeah, he's going to give up his nukes because, you want to know why? It's the art of the deal. God, Donald, you are so clever. You negotiated the whole thing. Why, you engineered that, you booger. Oh, my God, he was so clever. Yeah, and Kim Jong-chuk is coming to the negotiation table. And he said, listen, I'll give you my nuclear test mountain as a down payment. Yeah, that's the radiation hazard zone is about to cave in. You can have that. And you know what? We're closing that facility down. Donald Trump said, see? How do you like that for negotiations, baby, honey? And don't forget his negotiation with Stormy. I paid her, you paid her. I didn't know her. I didn't know her. You knew her. I didn't know her. Who knew her? I didn't know who paid. I paid. You paid. You paid. She paid. Mm-hmm. And there's no collusion. You got that right? Right. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad there's no collusion. And it gets even better. Besides the fact there's no collusion, Giuliani said, "Hey, everybody, it's happy days here because even if Donald Trump is a scumbag piece of shit, and if he did collude with the Russians and sold out his country as a traitor, it's okay because guess what? They can't prosecute and indict a sitting president. Yay! And there was no collusion, no collusion, no collusion, no collusion. Yep. Now, what they forgot to tell you is that as the Democrats take over the House of Representatives in the next election, they can issue a bill of impeachment against a sitting president, and then we go through the whole kabuki dance again. Won't that be fun? So the thing to do is wake up and understand that this is the art of the deal. And you probably bought yourself some 40% Argentina debt. Oh, that's going to really work out real. By the way, it's peso based. Oh. Yeah, 40%. Money, we got 40% debt. How good am I? I am so smart. 40%. You get 40%? What a gift. Man, 40% compounded in there. Now you got some real money here. Yeah, you'll end up with about, like, you'll turn dollars into pesos. See, that's the magic. Okay, that's the magic. You give them a dollar, and they give you a peso. But what they didn't tell you is that little peso, it's worth 0.04 cents. Uh-oh. Maybe it's wiping out? And they don't want to tell you? Donald, can you send somebody down there and get this shit straightened out? Donald's going to put sanctions against them. He's going to show them, oh my God, he's going to teach them a lesson they're never going to forget. It's the art of the deal, in case you didn't know. And Donald's doing a great job. How about that record high lumber prices? How about record high default on credit card debt? How about achieving record high interest on credit card debt? Oh, they didn't mention all that? Ooh. How about the national debt going up $2 trillion under Donald Trump, the highest rate of increase ever, the highest price? They didn't mention that either. It's the deep state conspiracy. They should let you know Donald Trump's great accomplishments. He's saying no one's telling you what he's accomplished. I mean, record high lumber prices for Canada. We sure are punishing their punk asses, huh? Hey, Canada, we showed you, And don't forget England, hey, mate. Showed them, too. Yep. So aren't we smart? Now we got the highest oil prices in 5 years, gasoline prices. Don't you love that art of the deal? So if you ask what Donald Trump's done for you, he's increased your taxes. He's increased the national debt. He's increased the budget deficit. He has not repealed or replaced Obamacare. You still got all that 13 MATA gang killing people. Yep, they're still there. You got no wall. You still got those factories humming along in Mexico. Yeah, they're still there. And all the money you loaned through your IRA 10K Roth retirement, it ain't coming back because all those guys are wiping out. Thank you, Donald. Any sanctions anyway? I know we got sanctions against Venezuela and Russia. Oh, and don't forget Iran. They'll show them. So I want to ask you, how many shitting fights do you start at once? Does anyone say, duh? It doesn't make any sense? Do I have a duh there? Duh? The hell you doing, boy? So kick ass Donald Trump at the art of the deal. I want to see how these deals work out. I want to see how he shows everybody how smart he is with the grand negotiator. So far, I haven't seen any negotiations come to a conclusion. I've not seen any benefits. I mean, he negotiated the biggest tax decrease for corporations and billionaires ever, huge tax increases for individuals, and he added $3 trillion to budget deficit because government income from taxes falls. That was an art of the deal. It was really clever. Biggest budget deficit in 10 years now coming in there? Oh, that was a real deal. Interest rates soaring to 10-year highs. That was the art of a deal. And I mentioned that consumer defaults, bankruptcies are starting to skyrocket. Oh, they didn't tell you about that? Oh, then we got the BRICS and the shits and the Latin America debt crisis starting all over again, all rolled into one. Yep, he's done you a hell of a favor. And by the way, Donald, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the money you're going to make us as you collapse the stock market, throw the economy to negative GDP growth, and I want to thank you for the record high interest rates that lets us lock in extremely high bond interest rates, and then they're going to go negative. Donald, you are the man. You are the guy. You are so cool. I love you, Donald.